told you the other night, every Area Labor Federation meeting, I think of Dave, because he was the first one there. And I like to think of him as the horns on the bull, and who got things done. But we're very happy to have you, and you as the president of the Labor Council. I know things are still good. Thank you all for coming today, because it shows that I'm happy our new congressman has a representative here, and we really have someone from every level of government and agency, and from the governor on down. And this is health, safety at the workplace is a coalition. It needs a coalition to be achieved. And what the labor unions bring to this coalition is, unfortunately, even though we have wonderful laws and we have with wonderful intent and wonderful agencies and workers who try and make sure those laws are obeyed, the truth is the only way a worker has access to these laws is through their union. They're protected. They can be a whistleblower and not lose their job. You know, we make sure of that. They can tell us, and then we call the agency. There's many ways to do it. And I really mourn for the non-organized worker, because I see my workers who have a union rep and how frightened they are many times to bring anything up in front of their employer, because that's the person who signs their paycheck. And they're afraid to call an agency because they don't believe their name's going to be anonymous. They think they're going to be, everyone's going to, and I've heard actually, I was listening to PBS the other day, how there is some new pieces of the legislation for whistleblowers so that their name is not broadcast by the company as to who turned them in. So what we bring to the table is to support the work all of you do, and we make sure the laws get right down to the worker where the intent was they should go. So on this Workers' Memorial Day, as every April 28th, let us just rededicate ourselves to the work we do and know each one of us here stands for a body of work that's very important to that number getting down, to being less than 12 a day, to being none a day. And it's not about an accident, you know, a worker making a mistake, because that happens too. They forget. I remember Dick Knowles telling me when one of his crucible workers, he got the phone call, had gotten mangled in the machine because he forgot to, I guess, lock and tag it, make sure it was off. He went to reach for something and he got pulled into the machine. It's not, those things will probably always happen, but when intentionally the guards aren't in place and the MSDS sheets aren't available, or the gloves to use those chemicals to get the sheets clean aren't available for the workers, those are really, those numbers should be down to zero. So let's just take this as a moment to reflect in our own lives, to know that the work that each one of us does is very important to the safety of the future worker. And as we always say, mourn for the dead and fight like hell for the living. Thank you.
Thank you.